So, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Let's do this. You want me to see and to review this gentleman right here performing Fix You on X Factor Indonesia 2021. All right, Robbie, let's do this. And also, before you go, I'm doing a series of kind of classics, from the 80s and so on and so forth. So, I would really appreciate your support on those videos as well, and also to see if they were popular in your country. How about that, huh? Let's venture a little bit also into that. Anyway, let's go now. Hey, this watch, it's the type of watch that I would love to hold. Going backwards.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in a river.
This song, of course, it's already becoming a modern classic. Some of the greatest song from Coldplay, of course, together with Yellow, The Scientist, and The Clock reminds me more of The Scientist theme than in this one, actually. But anyway, especially Fix is becoming very popular for artists to cover nowadays, because of course there's this nice transition in between head voice and normal voice. Chris Martin also has a very lovely falsetto that he does, a nice lovely head voice, a little bit like Bon Iver as well. For those of you that don't know Bon Iver, go. So it's quite lovely to see this type of interpretation, but I tell you another thing in a second.
When you lose something but you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Your bones and I will try to fix you.
It's like, I am the Indonesian Coldplay, and rightly so. Actually, I like Peter Pan. I've listened to some of their songs. I think they're super cool, and they have a little bit of that sound. Probably they were like, it's not fair to say it's Indonesian Coldplay, because I think even if they were inspired by Coldplay at the time, but they were still more or less, I guess, in parallel, doing their own music at the time. So for that, mega thumbs up always. Again, on the performance, this guy has a lovely voice, you can tell, beautiful riffs and runs. What I like about the original is that Chris Martin, he has his own way of doing that mixed voice, that head voice, that falsetto, and sometimes feels a little bit more softened, because I want to say it's more difficult for him to do, or he does it, really using, so to speak, the full potential of his abilities, and for some reason feels, to me, feels more real, and sometimes when I hear like singers which they have like a bigger range in terms of voice, this guy is not doing so much the switching between head voice and chest voice. Actually, he has a high voice already, so I think some of those parts is just doing it with the chest. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's how it sounds. So, and of course he's doing a lot of embellishment to the song with those riffs and runs, and then sometimes is the problem, because the song is actually quite simple, the dynamic of the song, and it's the beauty, it's in the whole thing, in the composition that has this beautiful crescendo, and then the voices together, the sort of like suffered between head voice, chest voice part, that Chris Martin does really well. So sometimes it's not required to do a lot of embellishment, but unfortunately also singers doing a competition which the focus is on them on their voice that have to do a little bit more like which you could argue you might like it better. I honestly like it less. I just, you know, want to hear the intensity of the song, not so much all the things around. That said, the guy is pretty awesome.
Tears stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from my mistakes. Tears stream down your face and
That was good. That was really good. That was a lovely, lovely head voice. I think it's more falsetto. What a lovely falsetto, actually. Those higher notes, fantastic, actually. And live sounded really good, I have to say. Sounded really good. I don't know what type of effect they use on this show. Hopefully not much, you know, apart from some reverb and equalization or whatever. But this last part was pretty cool. Actually, I want to listen to it again. Let's listen to it again.
to fix you.
Definitely a lovely singer, this guy, ROBY. ROBY, very lovely performance. And again, guys, you know, like what I said before is not to take away anything from ROBY performance. I'm just saying this in general, actually regarding those TV shows, you know, that in a way they force the artist to show off a little bit more. And that's fine when it comes down to interpretation. But personally, I see always music in a different way, you know, in terms of like what the artist, the original artist of that song had in mind, you know, when he was doing that. And definitely was not a TV show, for instance, you know, so to make that distinction. So I'm also curious to know what you think about that. Again, ROBY, a lovely performer, especially this last part. You could really see that he had feel for the song. And yeah, rightly so. This video is already a couple of million views. And Fixie is becoming another Hallelujah, basically. There are some of those songs which somehow, you know, they kind of start to go on the run with all those shows and all those artists. Everybody's doing their interpretation. And yeah, but I still like some of those songs. I still like the original still. Because, yeah, I mean, you know, it's like it's Hallelujah. I like Leonard Cohen version and Jeff Buckley. That's it. Because Jeff Buckley probably was the first that reinterpreted in a way that brought a new light to that classic. And then from there on, you know, boom, just everybody's doing Hallelujah. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Go check the other videos, 80s stuff. I'm really curious about your thoughts about that. And I'll talk to you later. Ciao.